Welcome. I'm Dr. Kim Traeger,
And I'm Candace Lawrence.
and together we wanted to talk with you today about what you can do and the tips you can use so that you are so prepared for receiving or sharing sound healing.
So, whether you're going into an individual session, if you're teaching at a retreat, wherever it may be, it's very, very important to think about each one of our cells vibrates. That's how we are in the world. Each one of us are a bunch of vibrating cells. And so, there are some things that you can be mindful of ahead of time to make sure that you're operating at your highest vibration before you even enter into the space to help other people and their healing.
Exactly. And as sound healers working with bowls and gongs, you know how the sound has a vibration, and that's going to interact and help raise the vibration of anyone who receives that. So, first on our list is to stay hydrated. Because we are mainly water, we want to stay hydrated. And a real wonderful tip is to, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a slice of cucumber in the water. You could add a slice of orange or lemon or lime, or cut a strawberry in half. The water that is in our fruits and vegetables is what we call structured water. It's very healing water. And when we even put a slice of that fruit or vegetable in our water, it starts to change the water. So we become more hydrated.
So, the other ways that we can hydrate is to be very mindful about what you are actually eating, even the 24 to 48 hours ahead of your planned session. And that, what are the hydrating foods? Of course, you think of anything that they call it hydrophilic, any of those.
Hydro loving.
Right. And so, cucumbers, again, we talk about cucumbers.
Mm-hmm.
The chia seed has been shown to be the most absorbable of
Right.
all the seeds and everything else. And if you've ever mixed them in with coconut water or anything else, you know they actually become gelatinous. So making chia pudding for the morning of your class
or
or session,
the evening before, because
Sure.
it takes several hours
Right.
for it to absorb the water.
Of course, watermelon, celery. But again, we're emphasizing organic because fruits and vegetables that are not organic and have been sprayed with insecticides, pesticides, and herbicides, they have a lower vibration. So when you start thinking about the whole vibrational piece of you and how you vibrate at the end of a meal, you want to make sure that you've got structured water and good hydrating foods that have gone into
Lots
the
of
meal.
color, natural fiber.
Right.
And of course, we wanted to share with you basic nutrients.
Our top, basically, we've got more than five.
We don't want to give you too many, but
Right. We don't want to overwhelm, because most people really, we know, don't really take all their vitamins if there's too many. They become overwhelmed.
And even if you're eating a beautiful organic diet, it's almost impossible to get all of the nutrients you need, especially to address all the stressors that we have in our lives.
Right.
So number one,
numero uno, this, even though this is confusing because it's called K-Force, this is actually a 5,000 IU vitamin D3 with a correct amount being 120 micrograms of K2. So even if you are on a blood thinner, that's K1 that
yes,
you shouldn't
we wanted to differentiate.
So they are not the same. They will not, the K2 is not in the same category.
And anyone who's not in Florida, or even if you live in Florida but you use a lot of sunscreen, or you're in the house working from 9 to 5, you may not be getting enough vitamin D. And vitamin D is called the happy vitamin. We want it, at a higher level than what they consider normal, because we not only want to be happy, it will boost our immune system. And with the vitamin D, with the vitamin K2 added, actually sends the calcium to the bones.
So another part of this mixture,
complex,
the super triumvirate, we call it, D3, K2 with magnesium.
These are our three faves.
Right. So we have 3 different magnesiums out here. This is the one that we recommend in the morning, just 1 capsule in the morning with your D3 and K2. This is perfect. And then we have magnesium malate, which is just another form that's absorbable into the body. And then this is our super stuff, to help you knock you out at night and go to sleep.
It's a liquid that tastes like a raspberry pudding.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But the thing we want to emphasize, remember, is that this is the 1-to-1 ratio of calcium to magnesium.
Which is what our body wants, a
Right.
1-to-1, not more calcium than magnesium.
Stop. This is a public service announcement. Stop taking calcium
If
supplements.
you take it without magnesium and without vitamin D, vitamin K2, you're not doing yourself any good. So the magnesium helps relax the muscles. It reduces anxiety, can reduce headaches. There's a company called Calm, and what they make is powder to add to liquid or gummies that are simply magnesium. Whereas calcium causes contraction, it helps the magnesium calms, and it activates the vitamin D3. So we call that the triumvirate.
So then, of course, I always think of a methylated B complex. Methylated meaning your body knows what to do with it and can absorb it more readily. Of course, B is for brain. B is for, of all the essential vitamins, seven or eight of the B vitamins are part of that cascade.
They're
so important.
Important for healing.
Yeah.
For everything. And remember that stress uses up more of your B vitamins. So if you're undergoing a more stressful situation, make sure you take a B vitamin. And the Bs you always want to take with food. That's why we take, if you take a multi, that's why you take a multi for the Bs.
And so you notice that this is Barleans. Most people have seen this in a health food store, but what we want to emphasize is that this is the 1,500 milligrams.
Supercharged.
Woo! And this one also, the reason that people say, oh, I take an omega-3 and it tastes like fish. If your omega-3 smells or tastes like fish, throw it out. Yeah. Because it's not only not helping you, it's actually free radicals and will start damaging those little cells that we want to be vibrating so high. So there's 3 different flavors of this 1,500 high potency.
They all taste delicious.
Oh my goodness. Key lime, there's citrus sorbet.
And anyway, the reason for the omega-3 fatty acids is for the brain, but also for every cell, because every cell has a layer of water and a layer of fat. So we want the fat to be good fat, not fat from, say, fast food, the bad fats.
And last but not least, a good probiotic. And that means that this one that we have come to love is actually spore-based, so that it withstands the hydrochloric acid of the stomach.
Which is amazing.
Which is the hydrochloric acid designed to kill bacteria and viruses and parasites and everything else.
Which is why if somebody says, well, I eat yogurt, which is good if it's a good yogurt, unsweetened. However, remember that this acid in the stomach is going to kill the majority of it. So very little is going to get to your intestines where it thrives and not only boosts your immune system and helps you absorb your nutrients from food, but it also makes more of the happy neurotransmitters than the brain does.
So there's a term called bi-directional, and we think everything goes in here, goes through here and comes out back there, but that's not the case. Is that when your body and the lining of your intestines is actually thriving, then it actually sends neurotransmitter messages back up to the brain that says, we're happy. So it's very important to keep our good microbiome happy and healthy. So that's it. So really, we've got
just 5 nutrients.
5 nutrients.
And you can take them, the magnesium, the vitamin D, K2, and the B in the morning. The Barleans you can have as a dessert after any meal. And the magnesium, if you take it again at night, you're going to sleep like a baby. But
we've talked about hydration with your water and it's very interesting, the research on structured water. So we leave that up to you to ask all the search engines what that really means. We've talked about our 5 vitamins. Now we're going to talk about another process, which is
grounding. The earth and all living things on the planet produce an abundance of electrons. We call these negative ions, negative ions and electrons actually make our brain and our body calm and happy. So here, it's a little chilly to be going out and going bare feet in the grass. So
We're not in Florida.
just having a live plant to touch, you're going to absorb that through your skin. So in a way, it's like our electrical lights work. You're just getting extra energy. You can hug a tree, you can hold crystals. They actually have the same kind of grounding mechanism. And both the grounding and the magnesium can help with sleep, because it's always important to have enough sleep. Last but not least, I like to talk about essential oils. When we're talking about frequency and vibration, they have measured the vibration of particular oils. And the oil with the highest vibration, I don't know if you can read this, is rose. So I like these roller balls because they're already diluted, which means sometimes people are sensitive if there's essential oil directly on the skin. So it's already diluted, but it's going to go through the skin into my bloodstream. Of course, I can always breathe it in. You could diffuse it for a class and everyone can benefit. Of course, with rose, a high frequency vibration oil is frankincense and lavender. And one that not everyone knows about is vetiver. Vetiver comes from a tropical grass, and they use the root that grows about 6 feet deep. Talk about grounding.
Right.
This oil, it's amazing. So
the other part of our research on essential oils is, yes, everything that you put on your skin, no matter what it is in your bloodstream in 30 seconds. But we had proven with research that we did with dark field microscopy that it actually can penetrate every cell.
It is changing
the vibration,
the vibration
and the cell,
moving sticky red blood cells to free flowing,
in 30 minutes,
activating white blood cells. We were all very surprised. So, and if you do not know where to get these vitamins, please contact us. The link, we'll provide the link. And we have an online dispensary where all of these are third-party tested. And the same with the essential oils. We're happy to, you don't have to buy a club or a membership or anything. Yeah. Give you the information on the oils, because when you're working as a healing practitioner, you want to take care of yourself inside and out, to set an example and to already have a higher vibration, so that then you can be the leader and the practitioner for those that you are helping to take care of.
So we hope you've enjoyed our brief but detailed ideas about how to keep yourself at a high vibration when you are anytime really, just to keep yourself at a high vibration. So take care.